You are here perhaps because a name, a figure, a memory is occupying your mind, lingering like a sad song that cannot be turned off. How to stop obsessing about the ex? This question is not just a question, it is a silent cry for help from the depths of the soul. You have stepped out of a marriage. The papers have been signed, the paths have parted, but why is your mind still a prisoner? Why does their image appear so clearly every night in a space so quiet it is scary? Why is a familiar song, an old street corner, an old dish enough to knock you down, causing a sharp pain in your chest? Are you tired of fighting with your own brain? When your mind screams that everything is over, that that person has hurt you, but a weak part of you still keeps rewinding the sweet memories, still clinging to the what if questions. Do you feel guilty, even ashamed, when admitting that you are still dependent, still haunted by someone who no longer belongs to your world? Society teaches us to be strong, to move on quickly, but no one tells us that this obsession is not an option. It is a complex psychological mechanism, a chemical reaction of the brain, a withdrawal syndrome, when we lose the supply of love and familiar connection. It is an invisible chain that binds you to the past, preventing you from breathing the air of the present and the future. But my friend, the existence of that chain does not mean you cannot break it. The fact that you recognize its existence, that you are looking for answers, is the first blow. Today, we will not give empty advice. We will dissect together through the lens of psychology to understand the root of this obsession. Because only by understanding the enemy can we defeat it. Allow yourself to face this monster once again, not to be swallowed by it, but to tame and free your own soul. To truly heal an ex-obsession, we can't just put a band-aid on an infected wound. We need to do psychological surgery, going deep into the layers of attachment and trauma. This is a core three-phase roadmap based on proven psychological principles that will help you not only stop missing, but also regenerate. Phase 1. Decoding and accepting your love addiction, weeks 1 to 2. First, you have to understand that your obsession is not love. Read that again. It's a psychological phenomenon called limerence, a state of infatuation, intense longing, and uncontrollable intrusive thoughts about the other person. Combined with trauma bonding, a toxic attachment formed through alternating cycles of love and trauma, it creates a real chemical addiction in the brain. Every time you think about a good memory, your brain releases dopamine, a neurotransmitter that creates feelings of excitement and happiness. And when harsh reality hits, you feel craving, hungry for dopamine, and unconsciously look for old memories to get the next drug. So, how to quit? Practice no contact thoroughly. This is not a childish tantrum, but a very important psychological therapy. Block their phone number, block all social networks, delete all shared photos, put away all mementos. Every time you see their picture or information, it's like a drug addict seeing goods. The addiction will rise and your detox process will return to zero. Write down all the specific reasons why the marriage broke up, all the times you were hurt, the bad emotions you had to go through. Keep that list in your wallet or phone notes. Whenever an obsession hits, pull it out and read it. This is a technique called confronting the reality in cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, which helps your mind overcome the romanticized fantasies of your heart, except that you are withdrawing. There will be days when you struggle, feel uncomfortable and restless. Name the feeling and tell yourself, this is withdrawal. It will pass. Phase 2. Cognitive restructuring and healing the inner child. Weeks 3 to 4. Obsession often stems from false core beliefs about yourself that the breakup reinforced. I'm not good enough. I don't deserve to be loved. I'll always be alone. Now is the time to rewrite the script for your life. Practice thought stopping. Every time an obsessive thought about your ex comes up, visualize a big red stop sign in your mind, or put a rubber band on your wrist and snap it against your skin. This physical action will break the negative thought. Immediately replace it with a positive affirmation about yourself. I deserve peace. I am in the process of healing and becoming stronger. Besides, my future does not depend on them. At the same time, connect with and heal your inner child, the young wounded soul. Ask yourself, what void is this obsession trying to fill in me? What am I really craving? Is it a sense of security, a sense of recognition, or simply a fear of being alone? Be the parent you always needed. Write a letter to your younger self, comforting and promising to protect and love him or her unconditionally. Learn to soothe yourself when negative emotions arise. Instead of reaching for the phone to stalk your ex, make a cup of hot tea, listen to some instrumental music, hug a soft pillow, or practice deep breathing. When you learn to fill your own emotional voids, you will no longer need to rely on the shadow of your ex to feel whole. Phase 3. Rebuilding identity and moving forward. Month 2 onwards. Divorce is not just about losing a partner, it is about losing a part of your identity. You are no longer someone's spouse. So, who are you? This is a golden opportunity for you to redefine yourself. Create a new life map. Take a large piece of paper, write your name in the center, then draw branches that represent aspects of your life. Career, health, friends, family, hobbies, personal development, spirituality. In each branch, write down your goals, your dreams, the things you want to do that you may have put on hold before. Do you want to learn a new language? Get a master's degree? Go backpacking alone? Take a pottery class? Fill your time and mind with activities that build your new self. Every time you complete a small goal, whether it's just reading a book or running 3 kilometers, your brain releases dopamine. Gradually, you will reprogram your brain to seek joy and excitement from your own achievements, instead of from old memories. The obsession with your ex will not disappear overnight. It will fade, like the echo of an old song, fading into the distance. One day, you will suddenly realize that you have not thought about them for a whole day, then a week, then a month. That is when you will know you are truly free. The journey we've outlined is not a bed of roses. It requires courage to face it, discipline to practice it, and infinite compassion for yourself. There will be times when you want to give up, to fall back into your old habits of wallowing in nostalgia. In those times, remember why you started. Remember that you deserve a life where your mind is a peaceful home, not a prison of the past. You deserve to wake up every morning with a light heart and a free mind. Obsession, at its core, is a sign that you have loved deeply. Don't hate yourself for it. Be grateful for your heart's ability to love so intensely, and now learn to direct that loving energy back where it belongs most, within yourself. This healing process is not about forgetting your ex. You cannot erase a part of yourself, but to learn to remember it without pain, to look back on it as a chapter of a book, a lesson you needed to grow and become the best version of yourself today. And here is a call to action for you. If these psychological analyses have helped you awaken something, if you feel a glimmer of light in your darkness, subscribe to the channel now. Consider it a contract you sign with your soul, a promise that you will not abandon it again. Hit the notification bell because in the upcoming videos, we will practice specific exercises on meditation, on healing writing, on how to rebuild faith in love. And the most important thing I want you to do right now, comment down below a specific obsession that is tormenting you, or simply type, "I choose freedom." When you write it down, you are pulling it from the darkness of your thoughts into the light of reality. And here, in this community, we will witness together, support together, and transform our obsessions into the power to be reborn. Act now because your future freedom awaits.